stomach layers and cause ulcers.
Yeah, of course.
Ulcers
Again, it can affect our muscles also.
Yeah.
It can affect the muscles also. So rightly you said that when our body requires the food, we should feed it. So there are many theories about food and nutrition also. But what I believe that the amount of food you consume, you need to digest it. So more you consume, more you digest. Less you consume, less you digest. So it all depends upon the requirement of your body. So as you said that the tribal people, they survive on one glass of honey or milk. So again, it depends upon their exertion, their workouts, their activities. So their body requires only one glass of honey or milk. So that is sufficient for them. But for the athletes and the players, their body requires more.
Yeah. That
so
was actually my following
more.
question. Yeah. You mentioned Gayatri ma'am has said that yogis and all consume less food because they don't have a movement and all. Whereas athletes and all people work need carbs especially.
Yeah.
Because they move and all.
So it is the requirement of body.
Yeah.
It so what we did actually, what confusion people have created, that the food is not the requirement of mind. The food is requirement of body. So psychologically, we have made that 3 times a meal. Again, the brunch also. Again, evening snacks also. So what I said that food is the requirement of our physics, but we made it the requirement of psychology. So what our body needs, we need to consume.
Yeah. To all the panel members, I have one question that regarding fasting. Especially Hindus, they do on Ekadashi and all, and Muslims and all, they do during Ramadan, and Christians also in some of the things they do. My point is are there not any health complications, especially when you do for so many days, that can cause ulcers or anything? So I just want explanation on that. Like how scientifically that will be helpful for a body when you do not do fasting for so many days. Yeah, Parvez Kanji. Like slowly we have to get into that habit, or suddenly let's say Ramadan starts from tomorrow and suddenly you 1 day before you eat 3 times a meal, suddenly change into that mode of fasting. I mean, doesn't that cause any maybe
of course not, of course
complications?
It doesn't cause any impact on our health, but it's precautionary. If you want to perform fasting better, so before Ramadan, earlier a week, you should start practicing your eating habit. You should start eating healthy.
I mean,
only.
Slowly you have to change the habit
slowly you can do
eating
that.
very less.
Yeah, you can do. Those who are health cautious, they perform this. But again, without precautions, without any kind of preparation, even if you start the Ramadan, so you feel.
No, I don't think Parvez Kanji, 95% of people will not do this slowly shifting into that thing. I think suddenly they will start.
Of course, 95% people don't do this.
So what are the future complications they may get? What are the complications they may get?
Of course not. There is no future complications.
Like health-wise,
my child is just 8 years old. He's just 8 years old. And this Ramadan, he fasted for 24 days. He skipped only 6 days. Now, he's also doing well. And my grandfather, he is around 75 years old. So he also fasts. So fasting does not affect the health.
No, actually, the concept is not about religion or anything. My concept
is not religion. I'm telling you the practical things which I have been practicing for since my childhood. So it haven't affected my health. Let me explain that.
Yes, please, sir. Go ahead.
Ravi, actually, there is a time period between that you cannot consume food or water. So the timing is approximately morning 4:30 till evening 7 o'clock. So between 4:30 morning till 7 o'clock, you can't consume food or water or anything you can consume.
That is more than 12 hours, I think. Almost like 14 hours, I think.
15 hours.
What we do before
15 hours.
We drink after 7 o'clock. Yeah, around 15 hours, 14 to 15 hours.
No,
Parvez Kanji.
I know it now. Yeah.
Yeah, Parvez Kanji. Yeah, Parvez can go ahead.
See, Ravi, I would like to continue my view on this fasting. See, as far as fasting is concerned, so I have been fasting since my age of 12. So far I have fasted for more than 25 years. Means every year I fasted for 1 month. So in that way, in whole of my life, I fasted for 2 years, more than two
Mm.
years. I have fasted out of my complete life. But now you can see I don't have any health issue. I can play football in the ground for 1 hour. I can conduct the lectures for 6 hours in college. I enjoy each and everything. And Alhamdulillah, I don't have any physical, mental, any kind of problem in my body due to the fasting. So this is one of the practical example I'm giving you that fasting, whether it is a month, it is for a month, for a day, for a week. Fasting does not help harm your health if you maintain proper food as per the guidelines provided for fasting.
Okay. So yeah, that's what even I feel, Srihans. If that there was a complications, I think so many people are fasting, right? So there could have been a
Yes, sir.
clear Parvez Khanji.
Ravi, as you said about industrialists, or we can say that the businessmen, those who want to run their business to promote their product. So they always bombard us with their suggestions that this is the morning meal, this is the morning drink, this is the evening drink, this is the afternoon drink, and this is the mealtime cookies. Means these marketers have influenced us that we should take this type of food at this time, we should take this type of drink at this time. So what we need to do, what I believe that we need to make our own discipline regarding food, or we should have one tagline for our own food habits and our health. Like we should say ourselves that food is for tummy, not for the tongue. Or one famous quote which was said in one of the university in UK that if you eat if you don't take your food like your medicine, you will
Yeah, I heard
have
that.
to take your medicines like your food.
Like a
So
food.
what these advertisements say us, we should avoid them. We should make our own discipline
What
regarding the
about the
food.
what about the
Otherwise,
medical industry? What about the medical industry? Do they falsely claim to eat as food which to encash the the patients and all? Is it a become a big billion-dollar industry for companies and for the medical industry? You know how it is booming these days.
no, see, in medical industry now, as you said earlier about diabetic patient. So now it is very general for everyone to know that what is good for diabetic patient and what is not good for the diabetic patient. So if the things go out of this criteria, then we should avoid it. Otherwise, we should take food according to our problem. Like a diabetic patient should take this. That is commonly known. But what I'm saying, I'm talking about the marketers of food industry. They are spoiling our habits. For example, who says us to cut the cake of creams only? Why can't we cut the cake without cream? Why don't we cut the pineapple and watermelon on the occasion of birthday? So these marketers have influenced us to consume this kind of junk food and all like pizzas and burgers and these things. If we
I'll give
don't
a
consume
some
this food,
classic example, Parvez Kanji. I'll give some classic example. I
yeah,
think tea was not there in India. People didn't used to have consume tea. So
hmm,
Britishers have started their company. So to do the marketing for the company, they used to come to home. They used to give tea to the people. They used to make tea at their home, and they used to they have to used to give people for they used to give for 1 week it seems. So they used to come every day and they used to prepare tea and they used to give. So people get habituated and slowly they left it so that they can develop their industry. Like if you see Pani Puri also, it was a Maharashtrian kind of like. But if you
hmm.
now if you come to Hyderabad, you will see Pani Puri every corner, right? So if you take noodles and all, now you don't understand where it has come from. It is everywhere
Right.
available. So now people they do it. The food that they are eating, like as you said, taste and all. Okay, as you're talking about industry and all. So this way they do marketing and all, right? So if make a survey on whether to drink tea or not, I think 70% people will say it's good to have consume tea.
Yeah. The best example is that Maggie in 2 minutes. Maggie in two
Hmm.
minutes means the way they are influencing us that it takes only 2 minutes to make your Maggie. But honestly, it takes more than 2 minutes. But how they influence our housewives that it will not bother you to spend more time in your kitchen. If your husband or your child wants something to eat, just go in kitchen and say, make this Maggie in 2 minutes. So the mothers also force the children to take the Maggie. Otherwise, fruits are better than the Maggie.
No, Parvez Khan, if you
Feed
come
the
to
fruit.
Hyderabad, Parvez Khan, if you come to Hyderabad, in some of the commercial areas like Amirpet, Dilshinagar and all, there is a centers where they prepare Maggie and give outside on road streets also.
Yeah, that I'm saying. The marketers have told us. They have influenced us. Even the fruits are the better options than the Maggie. No need to prepare. We can feed our children with one apple or two bananas also. But what they are saying, it takes only 2 minutes. So mothers, they focus on 2 minutes. That I don't need to work more in kitchen and it will be made quickly. But they don't know that how it is affecting the health of our kids.
So yeah, my next question is about vegans. How about vegans? What do you feel like? Is it okay to be non-vegetarian? And what are the, if at all you say no, then how do you look into it? Okay, I'll go to Parvez Khan. Yeah.
Yeah. First of all, as you asked the question, let me clear the question whether that we should go for only veg or we can go for veg and non-veg. Or is it the question?
Yeah.
So scientifically, first of all, I'll prove it that see, there are many creatures on this earth. Like some are only vegetarians, some are non-vegetarians. Like the goat, cow, and the buffalo. They can't eat the non-veg. They can't eat the meat. And there are some animals, those who can't eat the veg, like lion, tiger, cheetah. They can't even they will die, but they will not consume the vegetables. But human being is a special creature made by the God that has both kind of digesting system. A man can digest veg as well as non-veg.
Okay,
Another
Parvez Khan, I have a question on that. I have a question on that. You said they can digest, but how are the human beings eating? Human beings are eating by cooking, but animals do not eat, cook and eat. That is the difference that they're doing, right? So can we digest the
human being? See, there are many human beings those who eat without cooking also. It is not necessary to cook the meat. There are many people those who eat without cooking. The cooking makes it delicious, crispy, crunchy. Okay. Even if you eat meat without cooking, it will be digested. Another example I was giving you scientific reason that the lions and the tigers, they have a specific kind of teeth. Those who can chew only the meat, and the cows and the goats, they have a specific kind of teeth. Those who can chew only the vegetables. But the human being have both the kind of teeth. We have the flat teeth also, and we have the sharp teeth also. So it shows that the human being is made for both kind of food, veg as well as non-veg, and the digestive system digests both the kind of food, veg and non-veg. So I think there should not be problem as part of the health consciousness for anyone to consume veg or non-veg. Both are good for the health.
Okay. I have a different answer question for this actually, but let me have general statements of all the panel members. So Gayatri ma'am.
No. So what's in your mind? You should ask me first. If anything you want to ask, please.
My question is, especially non-vegetarian, if you take, the industrialists are producing so much of animals in such a way that, for example, if you take poultry or anything, animal breeding and all, they contain these animals in a very less space, and because of non-vegetarian, I feel we are creating a breeding ground for all the diseases, because if you look at the chickens, they are being compressed in a very less space, and they die in that. Conditions of them will be very bad. Some chickens will be like they are not healthy. Some chickens die in them, and I think okay, if it is fine if they are
grown in malpractice. That is the malpractice they are doing. They should not do it.
This is happening very heavily.
Yeah,
this is happening very heavily.
Yeah. Again, it is happening with vegetables and milk also. It is happening with vegetables and milk also. Like the farmers are using very dangerous, harmful pesticides for the vegetables. And the milkmen, they are using the poisonous chemicals. They are injecting the buffaloes and cows, and we are consuming that poisonous milk also. So it is with both kind of food for veg also and for non-veg also. So it is the responsibility of the authorities to keep watch on such kind of people, those who are malpracticing.
Mhm.
But it
Okay,
does not
Gayatri.
make any kind of food good or bad.
Mhm. I mean, if you have any scientific reasons for why not every animal, ma'am?
Why not every animal is like, see, we are also one of the animals. I mean, like, we are also maybe the creation or creativity differs, but still we
Bipedal
are one
animal.
of them. Yeah. In my
Yeah,
terminology from
I agree with
science,
I agree with Gayatri ma'am that we cannot have all the animals. There are
even if we
there is a
even
criteria
if we
of
go to
certain those only that eat tigers and lions.
hmm, even if you go to
So
Puranas, where I
I
treat
agree with her
Hinduism
point.
is all. Yeah. To add up, we say that Hinduism is not a particular religion where we can say that this is separate thing and all. I treat it as scientificism because we had this culture. I mean, like, we never practiced it as a religion. It was our way of life. So the point which I read in Peddabala Siksha, you might have heard about it. Peddabala
Mhm.
Siksha. It's a big book we have. So in that it is written, when you consume more animals or when you consume different kind of animals which doesn't suit you, your natural instincts they change. I mean, like, the way you treat or the way you behave, the conduct and all, it will be changed. That is how I have been reading in it. But I can't say it is perfect or it gives a valid reason, but I believe in it. I say even that maybe it is not good for us and it doesn't suit for human forms.
Mhm. Okay, Parvez Khanji, yeah.
Yeah, as I said, I agree with ma'am. As she said that the kind of animal we consume, we adopt the same kind of attitude and so as I according to Islam also, Islam has set some rules for non-veg food that you cannot eat lion, tiger, you cannot eat snake. So we go for the animals, those who are very calm and silent, like goat and salmon and all. So of course, the food, the non-veg food is allowed of certain animals only. Not every animal we can
Mhm.
consume. And that is the cause of corona. We consider that the cause of corona, that Chinese, they were consuming anything, whatever was in their hand, they were just cooking it and they were consuming it, like bat, rat, cat, these kind of animals.